Now that was a fun game. With Golden State coming to Indiana to face the speedy Pacers, this lack of defense and high offensive engine of the team thought they can run Steph Curry out of a back-to-back. But it was Steph who ruined the show with 42 points and 11 threes in a convincing win. Let's break down this performance. Indiana scores a lot by increasing the number of possessions, and here on the loose ball you can see Nembhard point to Naismith to pick up Steph. Terrible defense here with his hands down, giving him so much space, so Steph simply pulls up from 28 feet. Here we have a classic Warriors split action, which works extremely well against defenses that do not switch off-ball screens. Steph tries to read Dre's pick, and since Nembhard is playing low, Curry simply runs out the shoulders of the screen to create space. Wide open shot and probably got fouled here, but he doesn't even look at the ball if it goes in. The back screens Curry set often create layups, but here the Pacers play this well by having Jalen Smith drop low. The second action countering this is for Steph to read Draymond's pick, where Nembhard is neither in the chase or deny position. The second Steph sees that Nembhard wants to shoot the gap, he counters by stopping in his track to create that extra space, wide open catch and shoot 3 ball. Not really a breakdown, but what do you even do here? The only thing I guess you can do is try to have your hand up if you're Naismith, but you know it's hand down man down as Steph is on fire by pulling from near the logo. Now you gotta get the ball out of his hands. When Draymond comes for the high pick and roll and Siakam immediately comes up the trap, the other 3 dubs all staying on the strong side. This lob pass gets Green a wide open lane to attack. Tyrese correctly rotates over as the weak side lone man, but makes a pathetic attempt at a steal, so it's an uncontested 2 points. I think the fast pace of the game really got Steph into a good rhythm early. Dre sets the first pick and you got Jalen Smith playing a drop and Naismith fighting over the pick for his life. Now Green sets a rescreen to try and catch Smith on the wrong side of the defense, so Steph already predicts another drop coverage. This time Naismith could not fight over in time, and what do you even do here? Jalen Smith probably has no words to describe Steph Curry. Sharge comes for the high pick and roll, and this time Smith plays a high show because there's no way he's pulling this. Then he stays there and doubles him, determined not to get embarrassed, but it's Steph Curry after all, and he's capable of crossing over into a heat check with 16 seconds left on the shot clock, and now he's 6 for 6 from deep. It was legit shooting practice against the Pacers. Sharge gets the ball up high and then Wiggins tries to set a cross screen. Because Nembhard is in a denied position, Steph counters by running up the perimeter using Draymond's second pick. Now the defender's trailing since Indiana is not switching off-ball picks and Curry has not missed from outside. This was absolute comedy. Wiggins gets dribble penetration and the Pacers defense collapse, leaving 3 dubs players wide open. Steph gets a little too cocky here, but decides to shot fake and maybe sidestep a 3, but 2 Pacers double him and even force him to pick up his dribble. But what are we even witnessing here? All skill right there with that runner. Carlisle should have benched Nembhard for this one. In an out-of-bounds play, screened by Kuminga to free up Steph, but his defender fully gambled for absolutely no reason. Turn around into a 1-dribble pull-up from Steph in his shooting practice once again. Let's see how Steph counters when Indiana traps. On-ball pick by Dre and his defender in Miles Turner comes up high to trap, so Curry predicts this by splitting the defense and getting dribble penetration. Decent recovery by Naismith here, but the other Pacers don't even bother helping, and Steph dazzles by using his body to shield, then pulling a reverse layup with some English. The Steph-Dre chemistry is just magical. No-look bounce pass by Green leads to a rescreen. Turner once again comes out the hedge, but he puts his arms up to not foul him, so Curry simply snakes around him to get dribble penetration. Nembhard doesn't even try to rotate, so it's up to Naismith to fight all the way back from the perimeter and ends up fouling him for the and one. Nembhard really needs to get fired from his job. Watch this as he initially has Steph, then for some reason decides to help on Pajensky's drive even though Turner is right there. Why would you ever leave Steph? And now Tyrese does not know that he has the help on the 2 weak side players. By the time he realizes the pass is going to a corner, it's a wide open 3-pointer. The Steph Curry inverted pick and roll has become a theme lately. Initially, Steph pretends like he is screening, but this actually turns into a dribble handoff with Draymond. McConnell gets caught hesitating for just a half second. It is already too late for this catch and shoot 30-footer, you really can't do anything. For the closeout, it's hilarious seeing Indiana's bigs play defense on Curry out in the perimeter. We go for the unstoppable high pick and roll with Dre. Jackson comes up high to show, but what is he doing immediately leaving Steph and playing Draymond when he hasn't even moved? Steph resists and catches McCollum falling to the ground, so it's an uncontested pull-up as Jackson helplessly tries to recover late. There you guys have it. What an impressive 4-1 road trip for the Golden State Warriors this last week. With the trade deadline passed, the Warriors look extremely sharp as they return home, with many of the players contributing. Steph Curry took home the game ball today with another 11 3-point performance on his way to 42 points, blowing out the fast-paced Indiana team early in the second half. I firmly believe this pace of the game fits Steph's run-and-gun offensive style, and these quick shots only get him into full-on firepower, allowing him free reign to shoot. I guess this is a squad we got for the rest of the year now, so I'm actually quite optimistic coming home with these recent performances. If you guys like this breakdown, like and subscribe to see more.